welcome back. It is once again time to unlearn what you have learned. And of course, all the speculation, all the craziness. I'm going to break down every single little thing that I possibly can in each direction. You look at the big picture, not just bits and pieces. So, without further, we're going to start off with this video right here. This is what the video, sorry, this is the video I've been telling you guys about the uh, the thermal the thermal explosion that happened near Old Faithful. Now, the other thing I'm going to talk about too, which is part of this, which I'm glad this video popped up, but of course, these holes have been forming at Yellowstone Park, geologists say, and we'll get into that. But first, and bear with me, people, please, because once again, it took a lot for me to go through these certain situations and get you the information that I could, possibly get that is accurate and that is not off. It's not fear mongering or nothing like that. I'm just trying to look at the situation. I will be debunking the whole animal situation, and I'm going to show you why. But first, let's check this out. Here we go.
Now, a powerful eruption caught on camera at Yellowstone National Park that sent debris raining down on visitors. Mola Langi has that story for us. Good morning to you, Mola.
Well, good morning, Robin. Yeah, that eruption proving spectacular and terrifying all at the same time. Scientists at Yellowstone National Park telling us this was a random event happening without warning.
Run, 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 run!
Screams of terror as this geyser in Yellowstone National Park exploded without warning Tuesday.
There's boulders, rocks falling all over us.
Watch as the plume of black smoke quickly permeates the air. People running for cover.
We kind of went into fight or flight mode. We grabbed our kids, started running, just instinctively trying to get as far as we can from the explosion.
Holy God. Park officials say no one was injured, but the boardwalk used by parkgoers completely destroyed.
All right, I'm just going to leave it at that. I wanted to show you guys the video so you could see that. So there's that. There's the video. You saw the craziness and everything else. Obviously, accounts from people who were there, who saw, witnessed the situation. Now, the other thing is this. Obviously, the hole that's the holes have been forming at the Yellowstone National Park. So let's read a little bit. More geological changes are occurring at Yellowstone National Park as another hole forms in one of the park's basins. The hole is a blue water spring discovered by geologists in April as they conducted routine maintenance of temperature logging stations at the Geyser Basin. Now, of course, as you can see here, this happened about 2 miles from Old Faithful. But either way, still, it was near Old Faithful, and that's really not that far. So as you can see, here's the pooling that they discovered, and then down here you could see the satellite pic, which was shown on February 13th earlier this year. Now they also said that it wasn't present December 19th. So, but images taken on January 6th show a depression that formed in the area, which was filled by February 13th. There you go. So you want to look more into this, you can, go through this article and read it for yourself. Got it from ABC News, obviously. So there's that video. And now we're going to go straight into debunking these videos. Because once, just like I said before, people, I don't know if it was true or if it was not. But as far as I know, they're not AI. It seems to me that he took these videos from somewhere else, and I'm going to prove it to you right now. I'm going to show you the videos first. So let's go through that first. Let's do that. All right. This was the elk video I told you about, but we'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to show all the videos here. Let's see. Where's the mountain lions? Should be somewhere around here. Okay, let's look at this one.
Did you hear that last week, mysteriously, hundreds of mountain lions have been leaving Yellowstone National Park, headed south to Salt Lake City, Utah, and it's baffling the scientific experts of like, why would they be leaving all of a sudden? We've never seen this
His wording is
behavioral
something
itch
else.
amongst the mountain lion populancers in any locale, in any state or geography. And it's not just one or two or three of them that are leaving. There's hundreds, and you can see these three just walking on the road south there towards Salt Lake City, Utah. There is a religious fellow there, a pastor named Tucker Tucketts, that's from the region, and he's saying, hey, this has been prophesied. This is a religious thing about.
I had to pause. Tucker Tucketts. Some of his names, it makes it suspect alone. I'm just going to skip this one. I just wanted to show you that one. Now we're going to go to the next one. Let's see. The Bears. This is the next one. This is the other one he did.
The grizzly bear populancers
Grizzle Bear
started leaving Yellowstone National Park this morning, and it is throwing the scientific community into a tizzy, wondering
Science. I can't even say it, but
why they are leaving. Grizzly bears are not known to travel in herds like this all at once and great distances, and they are headed towards Salt Lake City, Utah. I reported earlier this week about the mountain lions that left Yellowstone. That was late last week that they started leaving, and they thought, okay, it's just the mountain lions. Why are they leaving? And now that the grizzly bears are all leaving, they are saying something is up. The animalages, creature critters, no
Animal Ages. Okay, that was that one. Now, this is the one where I was like, okay, man, nah. So I'm going to have to pause it at that moment because then I have to corroborate the where this might be, where the video was taken. Okay, so let's check this out.
Now elk are leaving Yellowstone National Park in droves, thousands and thousands of them. They're following the grizzly bears and the mountain lions that started leaving last week, and it is baffling the scientific community. They can't explain why all these animalage creature critters are fleeing Yellowstone National Park. You can see them here.
Animal Ages. Is his wording. It cracks me up, but okay.
Crossing loans safely. You have men elk and women elk. The women elk don't have antlers. That's how you can tell the difference. But I called the park president, the head ranger, Joe Montana is his name, not to be confused with the football player. He said
Okay, Joe Montana? Really? I mean, come on. Okay, so when I heard that too, I was like, wait a minute, that just don't seem right. Now, the reason why I paused it here is this is what I was telling you in my last video. You see it says Rocky Mountain National Park. It tells you the bypass, which is the 34, the Highway 34. The business route would be Highway 30. Let me
said he's
get
sick.
it all the way in there. So, okay, business is Highway 36. So I was like, okay, he's showing this video. And I can tell you right now, if you've ever been to the Grand Canyon, there's elk that just be walking through the streets and stuff like just like this. So once again, I'm telling you, you can't believe everything, but I had to consider it based on what I just showed you right here. Okay. Also, geologists are reporting certain situations and activity, and we're going to get even into more stuff. I got a whole bunch of stuff because this video might take a minute. So just if you want the answers, at least that I have, you're going to have to stick around and watch the entire video. You're going to have to watch all the way through until I start rambling at the end. But either way, you're going to have to watch the entire thing. So once again, let's go back to this. So Rocky Mountain National Park is in northern Colorado. Okay. So let's go take a look at that. It is right here. Right there. Okay. Let's back up a little bit more. I'm gonna have to grab it and move it. There we go. Okay, so I'm trying to see if I can get it in view. I might have to back up even more. I'm gonna have to zoom in again because obviously Yellowstone is in Wyoming. Okay, there it's over here. All right, Yellowstone Park. There's Yellowstone Park. Let's back it up to get it in view. Come on. All right, so you see how far that is. So obviously, the animals aren't coming from up here, because if you look at the signage on the side, I'm starting to talk like him now. The 34 and the 36, these are the two highways, right? Okay, let's go back to that. That is right here. Okay. As you can see, here is the 34 and here is the 36. So, in relation to what I'm seeing in this video, and if I'm wrong, hey, you know what? I'm sitting here. I had to do the homework. I had to do the homework and look to see there's no other highway 36 or 34 in the northern part of that section. It's right here. So that video had to be made somewhere in this area, because see, the 34, it goes even all the way over here. So that little intersection where you meet and it tells you which way to go, that would be either north or south, and even then still wouldn't make any sense. So to include that video of, these animals, kind of just scurrying along, it doesn't match the area. So, like I said, once again, that is very far from that. There's Yellowstone right there. So I have debunked the videos, because obviously it's not, and maybe he's just pulling strings to try to get people's attention. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is I just debunked it. So those of you who are making comments about, oh, you're fear mongering and doing all that junk, guess what? I did the homework and I just proved it, which I already said in my other videos that I can't say for sure. I can't say that it's not real, and I can't say that it is. All I know is, according to the stuff that I'm showing you, like this is another one. According to what I've shown you, something definitely is going on. This article shows that something definitely is going on. And we're going to go even deeper into it. It's going to keep going. Now, of course, Mount Rainier, people are starting to worry about that. And I'm going to make this quick because it's already going to be a long video, because I had to touch on different things to get you that information that you need to know. So, as far as what we know now, those videos of the animals leaving, nope, that ain't it. So I can knock those out the park. We don't have to worry about those videos no more. We've seen the videos. I've showed you the proof. I've showed you into the proof of in relation to where that last video was being shown about the elk, which doesn't match up, because obviously Yellowstone is miles away from that area. And even if you go a little bit north, or it still doesn't match up. So once again, I have officially debunked those videos, but we still have activity all over the world. So let's go to this next one here. Uh-oh. Am I on the... Okay, yeah, I am. So that's where I got that from. Of course, there's all kinds of reports. Another one just was done about 3 hours ago about the mysterious blue pools. Well, obviously something's going on. That explosion that happened here, obviously something's going on, but we don't know for sure. So let's keep moving. Now, we have a situation that happened in Iceland on the 16th, where a volcanic eruption forced tourists to flee Iceland's most famous blue lagoon. If you don't know what that is, it's like oh God, I'll call it like a freaking natural hot tub, and you can go in there. There's ice all around you, and you can go in there and go swimming and everything else. There's all these minerals, and it's actually really good for you too. So that's another reason why people go to this. So there's that. If you want to look up, anything going on with that, then you can. It's again, here's one right here. Is the ground beneath us getting restless? Volcanoes are waking up across America, which they are. Like I showed you in that last one about Mount Rainier. Where'd it go? There it is right there. There's been reports and, video all over that situation, and they've been asking questions to try to see what the heck is going on. So you have that. Now, The other thing I wanted to look at was Iceland. There's nothing going on in Iceland right now. So let me just refresh it, see if there's anything new. Okay, earthquakes loaded. We have been updated. Of course, we have that 7.3 that hit in Alaska. Let's see, we got another new one over here. That one's pretty deep though, so yeah, that's like almost next to nothing. Got some stuff just east of Australia and north of New Zealand, but that one was really deep. Holy moly! So nothing seems to be out of place or insignificant or significant that I can really think of right now. And we've got one in Nevada, which we've been seeing a lot of activity in Nevada. Ooh, northern Arizona. Believe it or not, northern Arizona, especially too, it's Arizona itself. At one point, used to have volcanic activity. If you go to, if you're traveling up to 17, you look off to the desert hills in the background, you can see volcanic rock. So there's that. That's probably another one I might have to make too, which concerns Arizona, the Grand Canyon, and all that stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff. There's conspiracies and everything else that go along with that. It's complicated, but one thing I did notice is obviously the way the canyon was made. So that's a whole different story. But anyways, like I said, we're seeing a bunch of activity all over the place. And once again, I want to show this too. Let's see here. I'll show this first. Obviously, if you want to know what's going on, go to NOAA.com and let's see. I'll make sure. Space Weather Prediction Center, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. You can check this website out. It has everything on there. The aurora, the sun. You can also look up other stuff too. And I'm just trying to give you, some of the information. Yeah, that same things that I look at every day. We'll go to this real quick. This is usually what I go to. This is my go-to when it comes to the sun. And it gives you a 48-hour video that you could actually save. Ooh, look at that. That's beautiful. Wow. Look at that ripple. Okay, I want to watch that whole thing. Yeah, so the sun definitely has a lot of stuff going on. That rope right there, wow. And then the separation is amazing. I cannot believe how that looks. It's beautiful, but obviously dangerous. So once again, if you want to look at those kinds of things, they're available. You can see these kinds of things, and I mean it's wondrous. I can't get enough of this stuff. I'm kind of a nerd, so it is what it is. But at least I have knowledge, of certain things that a lot of people just don't pay attention to or really don't care about. So yeah, there's that. So once again, I have debunked this whole situation with this dude's videos. I do believe that obviously there's something going on, but his videos don't match up. And this is the best one, the best evidence that I have to show that it doesn't match up, because why he's showing this video don't make no sense. It's nowhere near Yellowstone. So that's for you guys who was just like, oh my God, you're just, there you go. There you go. But you still can't rest easy, because once again, this is pretty amazing to see that explosion like that. Let's see here. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. And I can't believe there are people still standing there too. I'm like, what are you still standing there for? You better move.
Camera at Yellowstone National Park that said debris raining down on visitors. Mullangi has that story for us. Good morning to you.
Yeah, see, it got a little bit too crazy. That one dude kind of just turned around, was just like taking his time. You better get the hell away from that before you end up getting hurt. So I'm surprised no one got hurt by that. So yeah, either way, people, there you go. Again, I brought it to the table. I showed you the evidence. I showed you the videos. I showed you the information. I'll see you when I see you. You guys have a good one. And remember, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you see videos just like this. If you enjoy this kind of content that I'm creating, then guess what? We're going to keep it rolling. Peace.